all of you who are in the room with us today, and those of you who are joining us online. My name is Jennifer Magnano, and I'm the spiritual leader here, and it is an honor and a privilege to be here again with you today. Let's take a moment this morning to just take 3 big breaths in and out with me. Let's drop in, breathing in, exhale, 2 more times. And 1 more. Unity of Mesa is a part of a worldwide unity movement dedicated to being the transformative presence of love in this world. Every week, we reaffirm our commitment to the 5 basic principles, which are guide points for our lives. As we drop in and we repeat these this morning, think about which one comes up for you as something that you might need to spend more time with, either today or in the week ahead. In small groups, we are on the 3rd principle, which is I think. So dropping in, I'll say them, and then I'll invite you to say them with me. Love is, I am, I think, I pray, I act. Let's say those together. Love is, I am, I think, I pray, I act. And so it is, and so we let it be. Unity of Mesa is committed to being a vibrant, dynamic, and inclusive community. So that means we have lots of different activities and ways for you to connect each week. Right now, we have begun our food drive for St. Vincent de Paul. As Denise shared last week, over 450,000 families lost SNAP benefits this year. So it is our intention to be a part of supporting our fellow Earth siblings. We have a couple of our boxes. We have one in the entryway, we have one in the garden side entrance, we have one in the community room, and we have one at the back of the sanctuary. Most needed items are canned proteins, soups, fruits and vegetables that are also canned. Think all non-perishable items, things that would last 6 months or a year in your pantry. You can also look through your pantry, and if there's something that's unexpired that you feel like you won't be using in the near future, definitely feel free to bring that in as well. And we'll be doing this through September 20th. And our goal is 1,000 pounds. And the reason our goal is 1,000 pounds is 1, we get our name on their website, which makes us feel special. And 2, Unity of Phoenix hit 3,000 pounds. And we're about 1/3 of the size of them, I would say, so I think that we can do 1,000. Town Hall is today immediately after service. We do not have hospitality today. We do have water, so feel free to go grab a cup of water, use the restroom, do whatever you need to, and then come on back. We have some really exciting news. This is a recap of the last 90 days, in particular, that I have had the blessing and privilege of being your spiritual leader. No hospitality this weekend, and then on the 30th, we're having a coffee and cookie potluck. So we'll provide the coffee, you bring the cookies. If someone wants to bring in gluten-free cookies, I'd be really thankful. Prayer Chaplain Soul Care and Training event is this upcoming Saturday from 10 to noon. Text me, email me if you're already a prayer chaplain, and just let me know that you'll be with us. It's going to be a great time of just dropping in, taking really good care of ourselves, and some training if you're interested in being in homes, hospice, or hospital situations with our congregation. Small groups, the weekly video's up, and Sunday group, the one that usually meets right after service, will be meeting online this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Come see Scott or I after service if you need that information. It was emailed out. If you'd like to stand as you're able, we will sing today in.
I see you for the light that you are. I see you for you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see your light, I see your love, I see who you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see your light, I see your love, I see who you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see your light, I see your love, I see who you are.
Amazing. Thank you for partaking and ushering in a really beautiful day here at Unity of Mesa. So every third Sunday of the month, we have the opportunity to have an intergenerational day where our youth get the privilege of being up here on stage a little bit more than usual, and our congregation gets to share their experience here. And we kind of mix it up between who comes up here, but this month and today, we have the privilege of Mitzi Pierce coming on up. And Mitzi will just share a little bit of her experience with Unity.
Okay, I only have 5 minutes, so I'm going to talk fast. Okay, when I grew up here in Mesa, Arizona, I had questions, and I asked lots of questions all the time. And I learned something about asking questions. People don't like it. And most of the time, I just got told to shut up and go away. So I stopped asking questions, but I still had questions. So then I went to church at United Methodist Church here in Mesa, Arizona, and when the time came that I was old enough to join that church, I said no. And the reason I said no is because I had questions. And nobody would answer those questions, and when they did answer those questions, it was, you just need to have more faith. Or you need to read your Bible and pray, and eventually it will be revealed to you. But the worst one, the answer that I got most of the time was, how dare you question the holy, sacred, inspired scriptures, and for that you're going to burn in hell. Needless to say, I did not join the church, but I still had questions. So then as I got older, I found science, and science loves questions. Science answers questions. You can get paid for asking questions. And so I was going to be a scientist. But then I found out that science doesn't actually have all the answers. And in fact, the one area that you're not allowed to ask questions in is the one area that I had questions for. But if you're a scientist and you ask those questions, nobody will take you seriously. But I still had questions. So then I ended up living in Hong Kong and found something new. And it's so new, they call it New Age. And they had astrology and numerology and Kabbalah and sacred geometry and Tai Chi and Qigong and reading tarot cards and reflexology and Reiki, and I did all of it. Whew, there were too many answers. I had so many answers, and it was so confusing, and some of it I didn't understand, and some of it was going to take years of study to figure out, and it was just overwhelming, and sometimes the answers didn't make any sense, so I still had questions. So then I came back to the United States at the end of my assignment there and tried to get on with life, but all my friends and family, they didn't want to hear about my questions. It's like, that's woo-woo stuff. Just, you're a space cadet. Put your feet on the ground. Get serious. Do serious things. Quit asking these stupid questions. Okay, then the universe decided to take a big pointed stick and go, wake up! My friend Diane and I were tending a church called Velda Rose United Methodist Church, and it was an old church. was an old building, and it was a lot of old people. The people there were so old, they made me feel young. And I still had questions, but I had learned better. I didn't ask those questions. But when this church closed because it just got so old and they didn't have enough people anymore to support it, Diana and I had to go look for a new church. And I had heard about Unity. Actually, I went to Unity one time years ago to a lecture about near-death experience. And I said, oh, I think of a place, I've been wanting to try this place. So we decided to come here. And the very first day that we sat down and went through a service here, we looked at each other and went, yep, we're home. We found it. Amazing people with open hearts, open minds, and amazing music. That was a big one for us. We love that music. Okay. But I have to tell you, the most important thing for me, personally, was that I had questions. And I found a place where it was safe to ask questions. You have a bookstore, and half of the books that you have in your bookstore are books that I've read. And they actually encourage you to ask questions. And it was a magic moment for me to find a place where I could actually talk to people about my experiences and ask my questions and get answers. Amazing answers from amazing people. So I am here to thank you today for being the fantastic, open-minded group of people that you are, where I feel safe to ask my questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitzi. Yeah. All right, I'm going to invite Jerry Campbell to come on up. She's our nursery coordinator, kind of behind the scenes every weekend. She's filling in for Crystal Ann, and she's going to help us with the youth affirmation.
And can Tony come on up today? Do you want me to come and walk with you? Okay. All right, this is Tony. He's going to help us with the affirmation. Good job. All right. We'll read it together. Do you want to talk in the mic? All right, ready? Can you read it? I am God's hands. Go ahead.
I am God's hand
And heart
and heart
in the world.
in the world.
Push the button. Push it.
Amazing. Amazing. Teen Bible study will continue next weekend. We had about 8 teens come last weekend to spend time asking questions, which was really amazing. They were generous with their questioning and their ideas, and it was really a wonderful experience. This coming Friday on August 21st from 6 to 9 p.m., my husband Scott and I are hosting the Uniteen and YOU kiddos for a swim night at our house. If you're interested in having your kids come, please email Crystal. She's taking a head count, and you're welcome to stay and watch them swim and hang out with us. Let's bless our kids as they go out to their classrooms. Children, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are.
You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. Let your light shine. So let your light so
invite Anna from our teens to come on up and read the poem today.
You are stronger than you know. The pressure builds, the days feel long. You try so hard to just stay strong. So much to do, so much to be. But don't forget to care for you and me. A single step, a breath so deep. Let go of your worries that make you weep. Mistakes will come, but that's all right. You'll find your way, you'll see the light. Your worth's not set by grades or speed. You're more than tasks or what you need. Take a break. Don't run so fast. These moments now, they will not last. So lift your head. Don't feel alone. You have more strength than you have shown. Tomorrow's fresh, a brand new start. Face it, all with a hopeful heart.
My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the clear though far off cry that hails a new creation. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging, since love is Lord of heaven and earth. How can I keep from singing? Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear that music ringing. It finds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging, since love is Lord of heaven and earth. How can I keep from singing? How can I keep from singing?
That was beautiful. Beautiful. Greetings. It's great to see everybody and their smiling faces. And those of you online, I see you. So today I'm going to explore what it truly means to unpack mentally and spiritual luggage, that baggage that we carry, to lay it down, the heavy luggage of limiting beliefs, old stories, feelings, thoughts, and anything else that doesn't serve our highest and best good. It's time that we claim freedom that is our actual birthright. Claim that freedom by putting down those items that don't serve our highest and best good. The Bible serves, sorry about that. Our weekly reading excerpt comes from the Gospel of Matthew. It's Matthew 15:11. And it reads, or it did read. There we go. It is not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but it is what comes out of the mouth that defies. So let me just say that one more time. It's not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but it is what comes out of the mouth that defiles. And that is an excerpt from Matthew 15:11. In Unity, we read scriptures through the allegory lens. The Bible serves as a dynamic map of human consciousness, where every character, setting, and body part is symbolized as a state of mind and or spiritual faculty. This short verse holds a profound metaphysical depth. So from the metaphysical symbolism, the mouth represents the power of proclamation, the proclamation of spoken word. Our mouth is the primary instrument through which formless thoughts are given creative outer expression. And defilement does not mean moral sin or fear or an external divine punishment. In metaphysics, what it means is it's like mental pollution. It's error thinking. It means that our words are not in alignment with our inherent divinity. It is a belief in separation, lack, fear, and unworthiness. Matthew 15:11 is a direct expression of the unity principle number 3, which is what we're going to be talking about if you're participating in the small groups. So the third unity principle is we create our life experiences through the activity of our thinking. We create our life experiences through the activity of our thinking. Unity co-founders Charles and Myrtle Fillmore called the habit of holding or speaking misaligned narratives error thinking. But here's the beautiful thing about unity. In the deepest moments of our error thinking, our underlying divinity and wholeness remain complete. In those moments where we teeter, where we're not in alignment with our true divinity, our divine nature, our Christ consciousness, it's kind of a blip. You do get a choice to come back to that. So we haven't destroyed our light. We've just simply allowed a false belief to cloud over it, so we can't view it, but it's always there. Our light is always there. So consider this story. It's about a college psychology professor who walked into their class and gave the students a strange assignment. The assignment was, next class, show up with a plastic garbage bag, a plastic grocery bag. Just bring your plastic grocery bag with you. When the students arrived, oops, so now we're starting the talk. When the students arrived, there was a table in front that had all these different color potatoes, red, purple, white potatoes. And the professor had placed a limiting belief sticker on each potato. And these were the exact scripts that most of us have play in our mind day after day. I'm not good enough. I'm too old. I'm too young when I think about retirement, but I can make that happen. I'll never have enough money. I am damaged goods. Life is always a struggle. I'm not worthy of love. Do any of these sound familiar? Yeah, I see a lot of heads nodding. The professor instructed each student to take their bag, go up to the table, and put 5 to 10 potatoes with the labels on them that resonated with them. These should match your inner dialogue that you're having, and just drop it into your bag. And so many of the students, their bags became instantly heavy. They resonated, some of them resonated with a lot of the labels. So the catch, what the teacher said, the professor said, the students had to carry that bag around for a full week. Now, we will say that she is a professor at an Arizona university. So you can imagine how it got heavy, how it was smelling, how the potatoes were sweating in the bag, all that comes with Arizona life in the summertime. They had to take that bag with them everywhere, and it had to remain in their sight. So if I'm driving, it's riding shotgun next to me. If I'm in bed, it's in the chair next to me, or it could be sleeping next to you. It depends if you have a partner or a dog. The physical strain was impossible to ignore. Hauling those bags hijacked their attention, forced them to expend constant mental energy keeping track of that bag, and also just the rotting potatoes. It's 116, 15, 14, I mean, once you get to 111, it's just all the same. That experiment was a vivid picture of error thinking, and it was error thinking in action. Those limiting beliefs don't just sit quietly in our mind in the background. They consume energy, they command our focus, they shape our lived reality. How many of you can recognize yourself in that story and what you've been carrying? Yeah, I'm right there with you. So how large is your bag? Is it like a suitcase? Is it a grocery bag? Is it a duffel bag? Is it a backpack? How long have you been carrying that bag? Has it been with you on your life's journey for quite some time? Because you just haven't felt the divine timing or the security to put it down. So speaking for myself, I did have a grocery bag, but I have also had a big Mama Jamma suitcase that I probably would have had to pay extra if I was flying somewhere because of the weight. I stuffed as many limiting beliefs as I could into my bags because there was a period of time where I questioned everything. I questioned my worthiness. I questioned my intelligence. I questioned my capabilities. I questioned my place in this world. During my 30s, a lot of you know that I grew up in unity, but during my 30s, I stepped away. And I was not actively participating with the unity principles and applying them like I do now. And my life looks so much different. I know you see this, Erika. There was a hot mess, Erika, for quite some time. And people that haven't seen that hot mess, they don't believe me, but the ones that saw it could vouch for it. And I can vouch for it, I own it. That's part of my story. So during my 30s, I stepped away from unity and the unity movement, and my daily existence became steeped in lack, limitation, sickness, hospitalizations, chronic thinking, and my thoughts and words were just conditioned by error thinking. And I just gave all of those thoughts, beliefs, the words that I was saying, I gave it total control and power over my life. It was almost like I was a sidekick to my baggage. So with that mindset, I co-created an exhausting life filled with, like I said, chronic illness, hospitalizations, unfilling work, unhealthy relationships. Yeah, I kissed some frogs during that time. I married one too. And it strained just my regular relationships. I was so consumed by my bag that I did not have capacity for anything or anyone else. So I was so invested in those narratives that I dragged that heavy bag around, and I felt like I was going to have to drag it for the end of time. I didn't think that there were going to be any other options but dragging this bag everywhere I went. But when the exhaustion finally outweighed the familiarity of the pain, I knew it was time to return to my truth. I knew it was time to come back to unity, to apply my principles. Many of the unity teachings offer a liberating perspective, including beliefs are not permanent flaws, and they certainly do not mean that you are broken. Let me just say that one more time. Limiting beliefs are not permanent flaws, and they certainly do not mean that you are broken. They are simply errors in thinking and falsehoods that at some point in our lives we accidentally accepted them as truth, even though they weren't. These falsehoods and this error thinking was learned. To some degree, I created some of it by myself, and some of it I picked up from other people's baggage. How many of you guys have done that? Yeah, I picked it up from other people's baggage. But the beauty is, it's learned and it can be unlearned. Unlearning happens the moment that we withdraw our spiritual energy and emotional authority from that narrative. We're taking our power back. It has no truth, it has no bearing, unless we feed it. You do have the choice to feed it, but we're going to talk about taking that power back. When we recognize a limiting belief is just a temporary illusion rather than a truth, it holds over us nothing and it dissolves. Once we pull that power back from it, one of the most practical tools for clearing baggage is the dynamic pairing of denials and affirmations. Oh, sorry. So denials and affirmations. Denial means that you're emptying your bag. It means that you are clearing space. You are saying that this does not have any control over me. This is not who I am. And that clears space by stripping power from the limiting thought, belief, or value. And then for the affirmation, saying an affirmation to counteract that refills that space. It refills that space, reminding us of our divinity. It refills that space, reminding us of our truth. So, for example, when we catch ourselves slipping into the thoughts of lack consciousness, fearing that there's not going to be enough, and this is a big one, not enough love, not enough money, not enough food, not enough gas. I could just go on and on what there's not enough of. So the denial for that is, I deny the illusion that I am separate from the infinite source of all good. Fear and scarcity have no power in my mind. We're calling back that power. And the affirmation is, abundance is the reality of my divine nature. All that I need for my growth, peace, and fulfillment is continually unfolding within me. And I have access to it. Saying those affirmations and denials is an immediate mental freedom in that practice, where you're just putting that down. So I'm going to do a brief practice together with you guys. So if you feel comfortable, put your feet on the ground. And if you have that level of comfort, close your eyes and just take in a deep breath, focusing on the flow of your breath, in and out. In your mind's eye, identify one limiting thought, fear, or belief that has been taking up space in your life. It's taking up space in your consciousness. And then just continue breathing. As you hold that thought in your awareness, recognize its temporary nature. It carries no power over you. There is no truth to it. It cannot alter or diminish the fact that you are a sacred, wholesome expression of the divine. And so take in another deep breath. With that thought, that belief in mind, we're going to do this micro practice if you can open your eyes. This is a generic micro practice that I created that can be used for any type of limiting thought, belief that you're carrying, whether it's a long-term carry or a short-term carry. So thinking about that error thinking that has no power over you, let us quietly say together, that is an old thought. It carries no truth today. Let's say it together one more time. That is an old thought. It carries no truth today. And taking a deep breath. That's the denial. That's pulling that power back. That's affirming your divinity. And then the affirmation that we're going to put in place is, I am centered in the presence of the divine, where peace and right action reside. Let's say that together. I am centered in the presence of the divine, where peace and right action reside. And then take that breath in. I hope you feel a little bit of expansion with that. But this can work for just about anything. You can also tailor them so that they are specific to the issue. But that is an old thought. It carries no truth today, whether it's old 5 minutes ago or whether it's old 4 years ago. I am centered in the presence of the divine, where peace and right action reside. Limiting beliefs were never meant to be permanent companions on our journey. Just take that in as a breath. They were not meant to be toted with us. They were not meant to follow us week to week, month to month, year to year. I know for me, as I released those thoughts, those limiting beliefs, I had so much more capacity for joy. I had more capacity for friendship. I had more capacity to show up for myself and show up for others because I wasn't consumed with my bag. This week, I challenge you to stay consciously vigilant of the words you speak, the thoughts you think, and any thoughts that you're harboring that have maybe been there for a little bit. Claim your inherent freedom by dropping the weight of those old stories, thoughts, beliefs. It's time to disidentify from the drama, detach the bag, and step completely away from what was never true about you. As we move from polluted thinking to purified awareness. Who wants to be in purified awareness with me? I know. We can expand our consciousness, restore our integrity with spirit, and walk lightly in our divine wholeness. And so I challenge you this week to just be consciously aware of what's percolating. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. But we can use the affirmations and denials to do a reset, to take that power back, and to fill that empty space from that denial, that error thinking, and fill that with love and truth. Thank you.
We're going to head into a time of meditation together.
Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand, my heart is here.
during this time of meditation, I invite you just to plant your feet on the floor, to allow the chair to support you and your back. I invite you to close your eyes if that is within your level of comfort. And just breathe. Hopefully you feel some expansion. Our thoughts, our beliefs do not diminish the good that we are in this world. It does not diminish our divinity. It does not diminish our ability to be loved and loving. Those thoughts are temporary. And they have no power over you. Knowing that we can use the denial to take back that power and make space for truth. We are the truth with a capital T. We are the reflection of the divine. Today, I encourage you to release those thoughts, beliefs, feelings that are not serving your highest good, that maybe you have carried for some time. Make that choice. And know that it is a choice over and over and over again as we apply these truth principles to create our best possible lives. I invite you to start to come back to the room. And I want you to just take a look. Look at the people around you. You're not alone. I guarantee you, we all have different things that we're carrying. But we are here to support one another in this amazing spiritual community. We are here to affirm and see the truth in one another. And so it is.
Great message. Oh, and we're so grateful. So at this time, we have the opportunity to support our and we also support it financially. And write a check, you can give in the bookstore, or you can put a little love in the basket, or you can put a little monetary action in the basket as it's going down the aisle. And at this time, if you would join me to bless our offering today. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
what's behind, but you are by my side. At last, a great adventure. Don't know where the road will bend or when we're gonna reach the end. We'll just enjoy the ride, because no one gets a second time around. Sadly, no one gets a second time around. We're sailing to a distant shore. Don't know if we'll catch a breeze or encounter stormy seas, but you will be my crew. We're sailing to a new world. Don't know how the waves will flow or which way the wind will blow, so just enjoy the view, because no one gets a second time around. Day is dying, we're heading for the setting sun. We're crying because we're almost done. Time's flying, it's been a lovely run, and so fun, so fun. What a great adventure. Didn't know the paths we take, the sights we'd see, the friends we make with you, my partners in crime. We'll miss this great adventure. You never know, and nor do I, when we will have to say goodbye, so just enjoy the ride, because no one gets a second time around. No one gets a second time around.
Thank you to our ushers for collecting today. Thank you to Brenda for being here. Thank you to Jay, as always. To Marianne for being up here for vocals as well today, and Chris in the back. We are an abundant spiritual community. Let's pray. We are one with the opulence of God. We are now in the flow of infinite abundance, and we give thanks for the prosperity that is ours by divine right. If you are new here today, we invite you to meet Carrie, our board member of the day, either in the bookstore or in the platform right in the back. If you're not able to get down into the bookstore, we are working on making that accessible. So stay for the town hall as well, because we'll be talking about that. Chaplains, if you're able to stand so we can see who we have today. We have Sharon and John and Audrey and Cecilia. Take that bag of potatoes and bring that with you. What would you like to take out of that bag today? Do you want to dump the whole thing out? Like, don't dump it on your prayer chaplains. Like, be safe about this. But let's consider what we can do with error thinking, because we have a choice. We have a choice. Town hall, immediately after service, do what you need to do. Come on back in here. We're really excited to share what's coming up for Unity of Mesa. Let's pray out together today. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful day.
We're on a great adventure. Didn't know the paths we take, the sights we'd see, the friends we make with you, my partner in crime. We'll miss this great adventure. You never know, and nor do I, when we will have to say goodbye. So just enjoy the time, because no one gets a second time. No one gets a second time. No one gets a second time around.